Welcome back to Innate State. Russell, good to see you again.
How's it?
Today we've got an interesting guest. Her name's Bronwen, and we're going to have a nice discussion in a few minutes. But we're first going to do a little meditation.
Amen.
So it's going to be around between 5 and 10 minutes or so. And I'll just take us in, Bronwen. It's a silent meditation, just relaxing. Okay. Nothing fancy, but just to center ourselves. All right.
Okay.
So just take a couple of deep breaths and breathe out. And then on every out breath, just allow your body to relax a little bit more. Just let all the tension go, stress, etc. When you're ready, you can slowly bring yourself out of the meditation. Bronwen.
Thank you.
Cheers. Welcome, Bronwen.
Hi.
Russell.
Cheers.
How did that feel, Bronwen?
Lovely.
Yeah, I say this every time, but it's like flippant, it centers you.
So much.
Like you can just, as you close your eyes, you just feel something is shifting again.
So much.
You're so busy, and suddenly you're like coming back, grounding, you know.
I think meditation is a superpower, like a full-on superpower. If of all the superpowers I have, that one gave me, I think, the most benefits. I've been meditating about 3.5 years now, and it changed my life, my reaction time. I reduced my stress because now you're not putting out fires that you've created because you overreacted.
Yeah, it kind of like takes you back a little bit, hey. But also it filters into your life. It's not just when you're meditating, it's kind of the greater effect that it has. Not just in that moment it does something, but it affects the way you interacting in life.
It ripples. And the more I'm learning about frequency and vibration, the more I understand how it works. So if I'm running at that frequency because I've become still, then potentially environments that would have altered me and caused me to move into their frequency, I don't.
And you become aware of that.
Yeah. It's very cool to realize that.
And you're not as reactive to kind of, I don't know, someone cutting you off in the traffic, for instance, or whatever the case may be. You know, because those are all just
people, but
stuff playing out, you know.
You got a lot of traffic is one of my favorite examples because you got a lot of unconscious people, and they're not unconscious because they're being stupid. They're just unconscious because they're driving in their cars. So I've learned to be very conscious with traffic time. I'm either listening to a podcast, or I'm
podcast specifically.
Yes, I listen to so much. A road trip, an 8-hour road trip for me is like a podcast feast. I could listen to hours and hours.
But like just a mix of stuff, or what?
I do a lot of Zach Bush. I love Zach Bush. At the moment, sure, I do some Andrew Huberman if I'm looking for science.
Yeah.
I've recently got into astrology.
That's interesting.
Which was in the forbidden fruit land for so long, and I'm lapping it up. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
They should have astrology as like in the news next week. Be aware that this is happening.
Can you imagine?
And you can, well, you can you can actually learn to manage yourself better if you're aware of the fact that these energies
playing on
have
you.
influence.
I'll be honest, I'm not clued up on astrology. You know, people go off about it, etc., and they like, you know, retrograde this and etc., etc. And I'll be honest, I don't really know much about it.
I didn't used to,
Yeah.
but I noticed every now and again I would completely like just not feel like I'd be very something's
Like
not,
you don't really know what's cooking. Oh.
yeah, I just don't feel right. And then a friend of mine said to me, you need to get some of these crystals here and you need to watch the solar flares.
Oh, really?
And she was right. Every time there was a huge solar flare, I would have this like
But
not feeling, but that's our sun that's doing
Yeah.
that, yeah.
But so what I'm curious about, okay, and we're not just talking about astrology here today, but is so now you become aware of that, but how does it help you in any way to be aware of solar flares happening?
It's like, I think
Like
it's
on a personal
wave.
level.
Like you're expecting something to come, so now you know.
So it makes you aware that you got a discomfort, but like, you know what I'm saying? How does it help you in the greater scheme of things to
because
know
maybe
that?
I meditate more. Maybe
I'm just
meditate
asking.
more during that period.
Be more aware. Be
more
a bit
aware,
more
be more
conscious of how you
conscious.
feel.
Also, don't think that everybody's out to get you that week.
Yeah, maybe on those lines. Yeah, you're not so like feeling so vulnerable.
I think as women, because we're waving, you guys are very
Yeah, we're a bit more like
beautifully
straight lined.
single. You go like the sun. You guys go up and down. Sunshine, you bring the light, you go to sleep, it just you go. We like waves, stars, sky, earth people.
You're right.
So
It's a bit different, yeah.
So I think we have to be a bit more intuitive.
Yeah.
And connecting to the stuff has allowed my intuition to develop more, and I feel so much more at home in my body. But I think that's also age.
But also,
getting
you talk
older is
about women.
wonderful.
Whenever women meet each other, it's like, what's your star sign? It's the last little bit thing. Oak asks, am I right? Often.
Yeah, they
I mean,
will
it's often.
They will often.
Yeah.
Because it does give you kind of a first level understanding
Of that person.
certain behaviors. And you will
Yeah.
have like predominant lines, but it actually, there's quite a lot more to it.
No, there's a lot more to it. No,
There's a lot
it goes
more to
deep.
it,
It goes
yeah.
super deep.
Yeah.
Depends what circles you're in as well. I mean, at the party this week, I was like listening to two women just meeting each other, and they immediately went into what stage they are in their menstrual cycle.
Oh, that's interesting.
And that's pretty personal stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to get straight into those are conscious people talking.
Because it so affects affects everything.
Yes, yeah.
Like it really affects everything.
Yeah.
When we're ovulating, we can work 12 hours a day on 16 projects, no freaking problem.
Yeah.
And when we're menstruating, we really should be resting. But our work life doesn't allow that for
And in the
us.
current,
Our home life doesn't allow
yeah,
it
the
for
current
us.
way things work, the women are working. So you need to just be pushing through that, which is not your part of your natural cycle.
But back to the astrology,
Yeah.
in the last, because I've been watching it probably for about a year, slowly getting more into it, but in the last couple of months, the stuff that's been aligned in terms of the planets around us, the guys coming, the lineups, and then the stuff that's happening here on Earth, that's what I'm saying, it should be in the news.
big thing,
Because
yeah.
one of the ladies, she does like big perspective, so she draws back. And she looks at global events, and she looks at historical global events, and she says, the last time this happened, this is what happened.
Okay, that's interesting.
Then she goes, now, so for example, there was some stuff with Neptune. I really don't know the guys yet. I'm still learning. But we had sea stuff happening. And then there was Pluto stuff, which caused earth shaking because of the energies that they manage. They're big energy managers. The planets are like big energy managers.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
No, it's freaking cool. and but you know what the amazing thing is that, I mean, within the universe, we're just a little speck. And then all of that is playing out around us, and we just worried about our little worlds, our little day-to-days. But there's so much more going on and so much more depth to this whole experience that we're not aware, most people aren't aware of. Even us sitting here, we're not truly aware of exactly what's going on. We get a little snippet here and there.
No.
It's beyond our comprehension, I think, you know.
Well, the big to the small. Because I work in the small, I'm conscious of it, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like how much does the big affect the small? How much does the small affect the big of the body? It's crazy.
You see, and from my perspective, I still feel the greatest gift we can give to the planet and to just society in general is to work on ourselves. You know, once we sort ourselves out, that goes out into everything, because there's oneness through everyone.
Exactly.
So that, you know, so many people are like on this mission of saving the planet, whatever the case may be. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you still got to sort on yourself.
Yeah.
You've got to sort this out first. You know, work on yourself. So I want to ask you, I think earlier on you mentioned you're a party animal, etc. And then tell her.
I have been and I came back. I went away and I came back.
It went around.
We saw you this weekend.
We partied.
It kind of did like a circumnavigation, and it came back now.
Yeah.
And then you just tell us some of your background, Bronwen.
So I'm going to give you a bit of context. My mom was a musician.
Okay. What type of musician? Just
Singer.
Oh, okay.
Singer. She was a wonderful person. She married and divorced 5 times by the time she died, and she died at 40. So a lot of busy, moving.
5 times.
Five times.
She was busy.
Yes. Yeah. She said she believed in love.
It just didn't last that long in each one.
She must have had a good divorce lawyer or got to do it herself. But as a child, I never asked those questions.
Yeah,
you know?
you just went along with it.
But I moved a lot.
Okay.
And I therefore became very adaptable, very able to fit in quickly, but with a lot of well-buried
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because
You
now
become
there's
hypervigilant. These are skills which eventually manifest as probably adults' ADHD with a bit of autistic spectrum around the sides here, just for shimmer, you know.
just for a little bit effect.
Full spectrum. So I was partying at 16, like clubbing at 16.
But that was also our era. I drove from 14.
Hard.
Yeah.
And came into. So by the time the rave scene arrived, I was a pro.
You already had your stripes.
I knew how to do it. And then I got pregnant.
Oh, really? At a young age, eh?
I know, 26.
Okay, still young.
In a
young enough.
Yeah.
not a good space. I was taking too much drugs.
Okay.
Partying every weekend, really schmangled, lots of depression. But I already started asking questions then about, okay, how do I counterbalance this? Like there must be a way that
Like you can't just carry on like that, yeah.
No, but also how can I support my body? If I'm
okay.
going to abuse it, can I support it? Okay,
Yeah.
so I discovered 5-HTP in those days, which was probably one of the first natural things that I went to.
What is that again?
So 5-HTP helps with the serotonin.
Oh, okay. In the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, the continuous use of serotonin affecting substances like ecstasy is going to hurt your brain. So I came into my pregnancy with definite depression, serotonin imbalances, definitely gut imbalances, but these are not things I was aware of.
No, of course
conscious
not.
at
No.
all.
But you knew you weren't feeding well.
I didn't feel good. I was
Yeah.
very depressed.
Yeah.
Had my daughters kind of chilled off a little bit on the partying, but stayed in it on and off. Found Jesus, got saved.
But how did that happen?
What, the found Jesus got
Yeah,
saved?
yeah,
Probably
for
the
sure.
depression, actually. Funny
Okay.
enough, would have led me to a point of just trying to find help.
So did you end up going to a church, or did someone recommend someone, or
My
how does that work?
daughter's grandmother, Minnie, who's still alive, she suggested we get Calibra baptized. Okay. Or
Was that her name is Calibra?
Her name is
okay, she was
Calibra,
getting
yeah.
baptized. Okay.
To get her baptized, so we had to go to these classes, these baptism classes. And we had a woman minister whose name, believe it or not, was Joan Hepburn.
Oh, really? Like
she was one of the first
was the actor, hey?
actress, yeah. She was one of the first female ministers in the Anglican Church.
Okay.
And she took us through this course. And in this, I found Jesus. And I found God, I found peace.
But that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I really
Like it was a moment of like a bit of a shift. Something happened
I
there.
had a great,
Yeah.
great relationship, or developed a great relationship with God through that. But God couldn't take away my depression. I had to go and take chemicals then, because I didn't know better, to fix my depression.
So you're saying basically through the prayer, etc., you don't think it could shift?
I think it shifted my ability to receive information. I think it opened me up to meet the right people.
Yeah.
But
Because there's no mistakes along the path. That's part of your
was
journey, you know?
Totally.
It's part of your journey
Totally.
we're talking about,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no mistakes here.
Which will then jump
Yeah.
you back to the astrology, because when I did eventually go and do my birth chart, it's literally written in my stars.
What, that you
that I do what I
did the Christianity
that I do what
stuff?
I do. That I now do what I
Yeah.
do, that I feel is passionate
No, but
about.
go back.
Okay, so just back.
Just rewind the cassette. Bzz.
Okay, let's go.
It's a cassette because we're old school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Play, record, pause.
Pause. Okay. Play again.
Shit, I forgot to get the song. Now I've got the ads.
So tell us, so then what happened? How old was your daughter at that stage?
She was less than a year old.
Oh, okay, still a baby, hey?
She was less than a
Okay.
year old. And then I calmed down a little bit on the partying for a while.
Yeah.
But I always went back. I love music.
And dance, just clubbing.
I love dancing. I
Yeah.
love dancing.
Yeah.
So I went back slowly over a period of time back into the drugs, because they do hang out in the party scene, and we weren't conscious. We weren't aware, we didn't have options. So partied again.
So it slowly crept back into...
Back in.
Were you with, sorry, just to know, were you with the father of your daughter, or was that a bit of that a mixed masala thing?
I have two beautiful children from two not so beautiful baby daddies. But
okay.
again, we believe in the concoction.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
both my kids' fathers are addicts.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Even up to today? Or they better now?
The one is better, but had quite a bad heroin overdose, which
Sure.
fried the brain
Kind
a
of.
bit. Yeah.
So he's a little bit off.
A little bit off.
Yeah.
But he tries very hard. The other one stopped drinking. I'm believing that and trusting and hoping that he stays off the booze. Because
Yeah.
this was his poison.
So
yeah.
you still sometimes see them, because, I mean, your kids are still around.
Unfortunately, my son's father's opted to not take part.
Oh, okay. But what can you do? You got to accept that's how it is. Yeah.
Look, that is
Sometimes
the
that's
sad
sometimes,
part.
but sometimes there's a
Correct.
blessing
Maybe
as
it's
well,
a
though.
blessing,
Yeah.
but again, who's teaching our boys?
Yeah.
Who is
Yeah, they
teaching
don't have
our
father
boys?
figures
It's a
there.
real thing that is so close to my heart.
No, for sure.
I would love to be part of creating programs that we just give the boys a chance. Like, hey guys, come learn some cool stuff. Come check out some cool dudes who got balanced, or who came back from addiction, or who overcame, or who can share,
or living life from another kind of angle. They're not, in that whole the expectation of what is a man nowadays. What is that even? What is it?
It is a you can call it a sexist thing, but women will often expect men to be able to fix stuff. Okay, dads used to teach their kids to fix stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix stuff. I try, but I don't know how to fix stuff. Yeah. My son doesn't. He's trying. He's using Google. But it would have been really cool if somebody could have taught him.
100%.
He would have felt a bit
like
more
a role model in that sense. Yeah.
We need a dad.com or something.
There's a dude on TikTok. And you can ask him whatever, and then he does videos.
That's pretty cool. And he shows you how to do it, and for kids.
He found the gap.
He found his calling there. Yeah.
Imagine if we had programs for young men where they came for a year, and we did a 4-piece, maybe the 4 elements. And they went to work on 4 different farms, permaculture spaces. We taught them medicine. We taught them fixing. We taught them tantra. We taught them energetics.
Or connecting with the earth. Connecting with the earth.
All of it.
Yeah.
And after a year, they go out into the world and they feel good about themselves. They maybe know what they want to do. And if they're not sure and they want to keep going through the program, they're working. So they're not costing the farm anything. And so we create a new generation of young men who have...
You see, because I also what I enjoy is and what I've seen. Oh, I mean, growing up as a kid, just in general, is that men are taught to hold back the emotions. Don't cry, don't do this, don't behave like that, etc., etc. So what happens is all this stuff gets stuck, suppressed, and a lot of it can come out in all sorts of ways, like aggression and rage and stuff like it. Kind of dangerous scenarios. And if boys were just shown that they can work through those issues, whether it's like hitting a punching bag or something comes up and they feel the emotions and they want to cry, allow them to flip and do that, because that stuff just poisons you over time. It's a flippant poison that we're carrying around with us. And sometimes it just gets so built up that it explodes, and that's when it becomes dangerous.
Because there's no one to lead them and show them.
There's no one showing them that.
Guys, you can
and
their dads left.
But also their dads don't know.
No, so they left it rather than maybe I think a lot of dads leave because they're scared they're going to fuck their kids up.
That's a big one. Yeah.
That's possible.
Like, it's for real.
Yeah,
for real.
no, that's
I was
something
worried
that
I was
happens.
going to fuck my daughter up. Like, at one point I thought, should I give her up for adoption? Like, I think I'm pretty much going to fuck her up. But I learned something really valuable, and that is that we all fuck our kids up. And our kids' job is to unfuck themselves. Okay.
So that's
It's the deal. That was the contract.
but
because you have to work through all the stuff, and your parents
you got to
have
work
left
through it
you with
anyway.
stuff whether you wanted to or not.
Yeah. No,
So sorry, kids. I love you. You're doing great.
This is your mom. She's left you with a ton of shit, but just start shoveling.
But, for all the trauma that my daughter had in my crazy, wild, freaking... So we go back. So I found Jesus, good girl. Yeah. Then I freaking...
Then you became Jesus, naughty girl.
No, then I discovered outdoor festivals. And that was so cool, because I could take my kid with me.
The kids are playing there and I'm calling.
It was the best. We went to Rustlers. I
remember the Rustlers days.
Friends.
Yeah, Rustlers was cool.
Lots of single moms, and we started to form communities and networks. Okay. And we're still friends today. And our children are now big. And our children are having children. It's the coolest, craziest thing. So then I partied, and then I got pregnant again with another person.
What's the age gap?
10 years.
Okay.
10 years, and my second husband was much younger than me. And then I tried to bring myself back in, went back to church, very committed, very focused. But this time I didn't, 10 years out of the party. Still smoking weed, really, really good.
You were behaving yourself.
Good Christian, but just way too colorful. Like,
what does that mean?
What does that mean?
You are colourful.
This is very colourful, but I've never been able to down super colour. So you arrive at these places and everything, and you ask too many questions, and you're a little bit too loud and fringe. I was a fringe Christian, fringe.
Yeah, you were borderline.
Because
you're maybe working both sides a little bit.
Because in some level, that there's more. So I will always be grateful to Christianity because it brought me to God. It gave me superpowers, like good superpowers.
Yeah.
Jesus said, you can heal people. Like you can show them. You can give them sight. You can hearing. We can also change environments. The higher you vibrate, the more you connect with Source and believe that you are part of Source, and allow Source to flow through you, not you flow out. That's literally what Jesus came to do, and we all have the opportunity to do it. So I'll never ever regret that time.
So it showed you certain things, and I think, like you mentioned the other night when we were at the party, you were talking about prayer. So do you meditate as well? I mean, did you start getting into like you were in Christianity, and now you started looking at meditation, which you could consider more Eastern philosophies, etc.? Is that what happened?
I was fortunate enough to have got very offended by some men in the church. And I vipped and I left. And at the same time, a friend of mine sent me a message to go to a mystical church in Midrand, a mystical Christianity sect.
Yeah. Not a cult, eh?
It's all a cult.
A bit of a cult.
I got there
Semi-cult.
I looked at these people, I was like, these people are cool. These are cool people.
These are hip
they
people.
Didn't care how much color I had. They had big streams of color coming off the walls, almost like in your chakras. And they led me to a pastor in Sri Lanka called Kirby Delanarol, who runs a church called Wow Life. So, like, if I want to help Christians find more awakening, I would send them to Kirby, because Kirby just opened my mind.
Was he also Christian?
Christian mystic. So he brought in meditation. He brought in the energy centers. He went to all the spaces that as Christians were forbidden to us. Okay. And that just awakened me more and more and more. And then last year I went to Africa Burn, and that was it. Lid off. And
what did it do for you, Africa Burn?
It awakened me. The party is the party. The party is epic. The experience is epic. But you get to experience a vibration and a consciousness that is like nothing I have ever experienced before. I'm sure when people go to these wonderful silent retreats, they maybe have these
tasters
experiences, but the culture, the giving, the vibration, the collective, the consciousness. There's nothing. There's not a stompy. Not one. Not one. Everybody brings everything. So you've got this collective energy, all vibrating, completely disconnected from the world, with no social media, no internet. And you take responsibility for everything you bring. So the food you bring is not a junk food thing that you pick up. And you're practicing gifting culture.
Yeah, I suppose it's something that you've never experienced, because that's just not how general society is working. It's not working in that.
But you come back,
that's
and your
kind
heart
of
space is
space.
open. You are vibrating. You are vibrating with the consciousness that you've just experienced, and it has this ripple effect into your world.
Do you think do you think it carries on? Does it last, or does it kind of frazzle a little bit over time?
About 3 weeks last year that I could feel the wave. I think we're about a month in. It definitely wears down.
I'm just asking because
I'm trying to understand,
these shifts happen.
How do I extend it? How do I tap into it? How do I find more ways to experience it? I think we do with the dance,
Yeah.
When I dance at home and I've got my earphones on and I'm on that wool carpet and I'm worshiping God. I worship often when I
But
dance.
that's I'm sure that space is available here. You don't have to
amazing.
You don't have to be there. Maybe to go there you get a taster. You get a taster.
Fully. It opened my doors.
You know what I mean? There's a taster, and now you're aware of it.
Yes.
That's what it's giving you.
Well, it bounced me out the box to the point that I realized that I could no longer stay in Christianity because God was much
So was this
bigger.
quite recent?
That was last
shift?
year's Africa.
Okay, that's pretty. I mean, it's a year ago.
Yeah.
So that's where
So I was already in the mystical.
Yeah.
I was already coming
and that kind
up,
of
and that just bounced
gave
me
a bit
out.
of a switch.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
God is bigger than one religion. It's all one. It's all one. All one. I really believe it's all one.
No, I believe that too. I do know in general Christianity they believe there's only one way, and that's the way. For myself, the way I've experienced it, and I haven't been brought up Christian at all, is I believe there's many paths, but there's oneness. There's a oneness, but there's different ways of experiencing
Like different
that
languages
oneness,
and
different
different
languages.
colours.
We're all part. You can't say one is better than the other. It doesn't work like that.
And without all
Yeah.
of them, we don't have that one light.
Yeah.
Because
all one.
at the end of the day,
It's
it's life force, God, whatever you want to call it, is working through us.
It's part of us.
We our heads can't really comprehend how that works. But that's the more we become aware and more conscious of it, the more you can see how it works in your life as well. You don't just take it for granted when you meet different people. There's a reason why you're meeting all these different people. There's a certain attraction, a certain level of a frequency that's being connected there.
Exactly.
So there's a perfection in everything that's happening, and if it's not and that perfection might not be a pretty perfection. It might be something that comes into your life that's not lacquer. That's also got something to flip and teach you, whether it's this or that, But you can see how it's working, because often those little not so nice things trigger something inside you for you to see, for you to process perhaps, or heal from it.
Well, imagine if
You
we
know?
imagined a trigger like a gets it go. It's a gets it go to move. It's not a gets it go to explode. Gets it go move.
Yeah.
Don't be here anymore, move. So something that Kirby shared with me, which was very helpful in his teachings, was that to glorify God is to express God in the earth. And the best way to do that is to be your most authentic self. And that set me free to be, I don't care if I wear 73 colors. If there were 73, I'd probably try and wear them all at the same time. Okay, why? Because it feels to me like expression. It's that, wow. And the more there is, the more grateful you have to be. And then you experience more.
But for
and then
sure.
there's just more.
But at the end of the day, spirituality is also, it's about being authentic.
Totally.
But people, to find their authenticity also takes time. It's not a thing that people know straight away, because often they're lost in the kind of image they're portraying and what they kind of identified with, etc. They're lost in all that stuff. But your authenticity comes from a deeper place.
Well, when you can look yourself in the mirror and look at yourself in the eyes and speak nicely to yourself, and that's a practice. That's something you have to commit to for the next 21 days.
Not judging yourself. And
not speaking ugly to yourself.
Yeah.
And when you do speak ugly to yourself, you don't then berate yourself more. You go into, imagine you're talking to, if you're a parent, you'll understand, you're talking to your child. You would never talk to your child like that, your small child. So you start like that. Hey, Brian, how's it going? How are you doing today? No?
Be nice to yourself.
Come on. Yeah, and then when you're like pulling on your fat, you're like, how do I speak to
Why don't I
myself?
like that?
No, but what an ugly way to speak to yourself.
That's terrible.
Now, if God is inside me and I'm speaking to me like that, and my life looks like shit, well, maybe my life looks like shit because I treat me like shit. And God says, well, you think you should, so here's some shit for you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you got to be careful what you say to yourself. Yeah.
And we have free will. So God will never over you. Okay? Your free will governs. If you're speaking these words constantly over yourself, and sometimes we slip into it, sometimes you get a little bit fearful, you're a bit worried, and you find yourself falling into an old pattern, and then you look around, you're like, it's looking a bit shitty around here. And then you realize that you've gone into an old
program.
That process takes time.
No, it takes years. People sometimes think they can go and do a little retreat or whatever. That's nice. But it's all the post stuff. You got to work through it. It can take years.
It does.
It's taken me years to get to this place, and now I'm at peace. I've got a peace, sense of peace, and I'm happy. So then, if you got peace, then you got to be happy.
Really.
Doesn't matter where you're at, you got a sense of peace, and that's a big deal. If you got a whole lot of shit, but you're stressed all the time, you're still not in a happy place. You're still not in a good place because you're flipping possessed by all the shit going on around you. You haven't found a sense of peace inside you.
Exactly.
But it actually exists in everybody. It's just they haven't. It's like covered up. It's not like it needs to be seen. To be all that nonsense needs to be seen for it to be able to emerge.
So in the same way, it's all of the colors, all of the languages leading to one. So in the physicality, it's all of the things that lead to well-being. It's the breath, it's the silence, it's the movement, it's the gut microbiome, it's the dealing with my trauma, it's the forgiveness.
It's holistic.
It is the whole circle. And it all comes, and you have to work all of them in order to find wholeness. Which slice is missing? I'm missing.
Yeah.
I don't have any green going on here. Okay, so the green. Let's think about green. Green plants, green food, green heart. Okay, what's missing in my green? Maybe I'll go and explore some stuff.
Go sit in the garden, study nature more, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know.
It can also help.
But if you're not slowing down enough to listen to your intuition, how does spirit talk to you?
You can't. Spirit speaks to you in the silence, in the stillness.
And the billboards, and the music, and the friends.
And people that you're interacting with. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's also
exactly. But
other
also
aspects
in the
of it.
silence.
Yeah.
If you haven't had the silence, you won't know where to tune in to find the channels. You can hear spirit in in the other spaces.
It's
that
phenomenal.
She comes in, yeah.
So now, you have brought us some things today, and I want to know, how did you get involved in the gut stuff?
So when my daughter was about 13, she started getting a lot of stomach ache. Like really a lot of tummy ache. Constantly complaining. First we thought it was just her menstruation. Went to a couple of doctors. The answers were not coming well at that time. And I was also getting, like, I'd been sick just before that. So I was on a wellness journey, learning more about wellness. And a woman at the church I was at said to me, take these funny little cauliflower-looking things, kefir cultures, in some milk, and go and make
was it
the
kefir?
stuff. Kefir.
Yeah.
Make the stuff for your daughter.
Yeah.
And I took it home and I made it, and my 13-year-old took one look and she says, I'm not drinking that, dude.
Yeah. But the raw kefir also doesn't taste, it tastes a bit sour, am I right?
It is a little bit sour, but in her perception it was fine.
You were like, but also as a 13-year-old, you're like, what is this?
Exactly.
This looks terrible.
I wasn't going to drink it with her. So that was it. Went out the house and she stayed sick. And Anne said to me, this is the stuff, I promise you. So I was like, okay. So we agreed we would do it together. And a couple of days later, my kid hadn't complained about her stomach for a few days, and my stomach was working all by itself. I wasn't like your average chick with a constipation problem. So
things were feeling
wow,
better.
I get up in the morning, I go to the loo, I'm much nicer.
Yeah. You're feeling lighter.
And we carried on because I saw the shifting. And, you know, like you say, the things you're supposed to walk in will find you. They will find you. Your passion's there, it's in you.
Yeah.
My passion is to help people and to not see people be sick. So the more I explored, then I'd listen to an article, and then podcasts started coming in, and I started journeying. I was like, this stuff is amazing.
It's just, it kind of grabbed your interest. Yeah.
I became aware, and there was a little bit of research talking about the effects of the microbiome on this health and that health, and children's health, and eventually mental health. And I was growing my kefirs, and I'd been working on another project which had come to the end, and we'd run out of money. And I went to my pastor at the time and I was like, I don't know what to do now. I've kind of run out of options. This project's, it's the end. I've run out of money. I have to either go get a job. He said to me, what have you got in your hand? Because there's the scripture where God says to Aaron, the priest, what have you got in your hand? And he says, I've got a branch, an almond staff. And he says, okay, we'll bless it. And if it bears fruit, then, and I had the kefir. And I said, okay, well, let's try. Took my first 12 bottles, printed my labels at home, stuck some DC Fix over them so they look nice and shiny. It went long ago, okay? Took my bottles off to Irene Farm because I used to buy my milk from there.
Yeah.
And Flora said, cool, I'll give that a try. And I saw Flora yesterday. I've been selling kefir to Flora now at Irene Farm.
She's a friend of yours.
They're one of they were our oldest customer.
Is it a shop? What is Flora?
Irene Farm. Flora runs
Okay, now I know that farm. Yeah. And they have the markets there in that as well. Well, they used to.
Lovely raw milk. Lovely raw milk. One of the few certified raw milk farms.
It still separates when you leave it. Yeah.
But now, sorry, I just want to go back to kefir. So is the biomes kefir has those, what are the biomes? It's like enzymes? What is it exactly?
So kefir does what yogurt used to do. Okay? In days of old, you would ferment mass. Literally, you just cover the mass with the raw milk with a cloth. And if you can get raw milk, you can still make your own
I don't know what mass is.
A massy.
Oh, like the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you actually just cover it with a cloth, and you leave it, and it will ferment on its own.
Yeah.
And you get a beautiful amasi like that.
Okay.
But you have to have raw milk. Pasteurized milk won't grow amasi. Kefir is like yogurt or amasi on steroids. Milk kefir has anywhere between 20 and 60 different strains of probiotic. Now, when it comes to probiotics, or when it comes to your gut being
because probiotics are, after you have like if you have to have antibiotics, for instance, you want to take probiotics because it destroys everything.
More than that, Andrew. It's way.
Yeah.
These are our helpers.
Okay.
These are another one of the superpower gifts that I was telling you about that have been made available to us. So, your gut microbiome or your microbiome, your body microbiome, outnumbers your human cells 10 to 1.
Wow. So we're more bacteria than we are human.
We are more...
Is it a bacteria? It's pretty much, but a good bacteria.
Yeast, fungus, parasites, all of them outnumber us 10 to 1.
On cells.
Yes.
And there's a lot of cells.
Yes. Okay. So those microbes, when they're in balance, they keep homeostasis in the body, and they essentially are the workers. They work the tube from the nose to the anus. Okay. They produce... They manage the mucus and the saliva. They talk to the enzymes in the mouth. They communicate down the throat. So we've all got a bacteria called, you've probably heard of strep throat.
Yeah.
You know? Now strep, we've all got strep. We've all got candida. We've all got H. pylori to some level. But if these guys are living in a community, they're not a problem.
And they're getting along.
And they get along. But now something comes along and wipes out a whole bunch of them. Now suddenly you've got bad bacteria. But they weren't bad bacteria when they were living in community.
Yeah. So you've shifted the kind of the balance.
So now they
equilibrium.
Produce, they communicate, they move along, they distribute, they protect. A lot of protection, especially in the gut. They are the protectors. They live in this really diverse community. I mean, you've got thousands of different strains of microbes living within you and on you. And when they're in balance, you are well. But when they go out of balance, you see sickness. So there is evidence that says that multiple sclerosis is an imbalance in the gut 20 years later.
20 years, huh?
Manifests.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All these diseases are coming. I mean, I think the gut is healthy gut, healthy mostly the rest of the body, I guess.
So as soon as that balance goes out, okay, so those microbes are protecting the gut. Now, let's say you say just antibiotics, but I'm telling you...
Yeah, I'm just saying it as an example.
But there's antibiotics in all of your food.
Oh, you
Every
mean like
day.
the meat and the hormones from the animals, etc., that kind of stuff?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And even the glyphosate, so the poison they spray the crops with is an antibiotic. So you are consuming antibiotics all the time that are killing your microbiome.
You actually don't think about that, and you think I'm eating my salad, but meanwhile your salad has been sprayed with all sorts of shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're average Joe, you're eating bread, pasta, okay, every day. You're eating meat. You're eating pesticide veggies. You're eating
Milk.
balanced diet.
You're having milk.
Correct, okay. Now, why do we have this sudden increase in anxiety and depression?
There's the key.
Well, the key is that your gut microbiome produces 85% of your serotonin. Your serotonin is your feel-good hormone.
Yeah.
Not here, guys. It's here. So if we are seeing
Gee, 'cause
more
that
and
is
more
interesting,
incidents
eh?
of processed foods, we're eating food that is killing our microbiome. The microbiome are not protecting the gut. They're not manufacturing the neurotransmitters together with the neurons that live in the lining of the gut. The neuron and the microbe together make the serotonin. If we're missing the microbe, the neuron can't produce the serotonin. Now we go one step further. That lining of the gut is 1 hair thick. 1 hair thick. Directly below it lies about 70% of your immune system. Because this is your most dangerous space. This is open. If you think about it, the rest of your body's closed. But this is a pipe.
Going straight in.
It's an open pipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what are you putting in that pipe?
And the microbes, if you keep wiping them out, they can't protect you from the things. So if your immune system's sitting in your gut, now you're eating these foods, the microbes have been wiped out. So the depression, anxiety is one problem. Okay. We've now got inflammation happening in the gut where the lining of the gut is starting to open. As that happens, we have undigested food particles and toxins and other things that shouldn't be in the body starting to drip into the body. Now that immune system goes on high alert. It takes 20 years to get MS. Maybe it takes 8 years to get Crohn's.
So the immune system doesn't kind of reset itself. Now it's stuck in a space of anxiety
fire.
in a sense.
Correct. So it starts to look for trouble in the body. So where it finds a weakness in the body, it will start to cause a problem. So whether you've got an autoimmune in your thyroid, or you've got it in your joints, or you've got it in your gut, or you've got it in your skin, it's all an autoimmune, but the root cause always still is the gut. So I can treat you with steroids, I can give you antidepressants, but I'm treating your outside. And if I haven't gone back to the guys who make the frickin' serotonin, hence why I'm so passionate and will sprout my information at top volume at any party that you find me at, because the information is valuable.
So what would you consider, I mean, you can't cut out your entire diet, let's be honest. I mean, you can try, but you know, just eat organic, this and that. What would be a daily thing to have kefir on a daily basis? Would that be something that would assist people?
So,
you know, a little glass of it, or whatever the case may be.
Not for everyone. Some people have a histamine intolerance where it's gone too far. Kefir can't help them. They've got to do a different protocol. They'd come in with a soil-based probiotic, an EM kind of thing. But the average person who isn't in very, very extreme cases can bring in a kefir. And you can get a water kefir or a milk kefir or a goat milk or a coconut. People can make it at their own. I make it for convenience.
My mom makes her own. My mom is a super health fan. She's going to love this podcast because she's big into it.
Yeah, so you can add the kefir, and you're going to start off with a shot glass, 25 mils. Okay? Kids think it's really cool to do shots with their parents. That's how you get the kefir in the mom.
You're going to have shooters.
It works every time.
Yeah.
Okay, because often they'll resist it, especially your kids on the spectrum have all got a very, very badly imbalanced microbiome. Your autistic kids and your ADHD kids, microbiome's fried. Now they become picky eaters, okay? Because the microbiome will help you eat more food. You'll want more color the more microbes you have, because they eat fiber.
True.
Probiotics eat prebiotics. Prebiotics are fiber.
So you start craving different foods.
Well, suddenly you want foods that are good for you.
Yeah.
But how do you get that food into the kid in the first place? Because he won't. I've seen it at markets where you're giving people tasters, and the really unhealthy ones will go like this.
Yeah, the whole straight away.
Because the microbes are literally resisting the microbes. If that makes any sense.
They're controlling you, yeah. They're controlling what you crave, yeah.
So let's take it a step further. If those 90% of microbes are conscious and connected to source, and we've taken them offline, how are we supposed to wake up? Okay, if we are feeding 50% of our population food that is killing the microbiome on a daily basis, they're drinking water that is killing the microbiome on a daily basis, they're sick and taking medicines that are killing the microbiome on a daily basis. How do we awaken consciousness in an environment that is no longer...
It's a hell of a task. We're talking about a big task because
sauerkraut. We're going to do it with sauerkraut.
Is sauerkraut good?
Sauerkraut. We're going to do it with sauerkraut.
You know what? Sauerkraut's all right. You'll eat it.
Sauerkraut, we're going to do it because you can grow cabbage.
Yeah.
Cabbage can grow anywhere. Cabbage is a great product. You can keep it for a long time. Making sauerkraut is super easy.
How do you make it?
You get some cabbage. You chop it up. You rub it with some salt.
Salt.
You put it in a boiled, clean jar. You put it in with its brine. You make sure it's under the surface. You cover it. And pretty much 2 weeks later, you've got sauerkraut. But it's the process. It's the massaging. It's the bacteria coming in. That fermented cabbage contains maybe 3-4 different probiotics. It's not like a kefir.
But it's still good.
If you were to start on a sauerkraut, you'd already see a change.
Yeah.
For some people, they drink sauerkraut juice and their reflux goes away, or their indigestion goes away.
But just think about in the long term, doing even kefir, for instance, for someone who was maybe on their path, they were going to end up with some disease of sorts, and they start with the kefir now. Maybe they're going to change the course of their health. Maybe they're still going to live the same number of years, but they're going to not develop these flippin' illnesses that could be avoided.
Exactly.
That's a big deal. You're talking about a big deal, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah, you're on fire.
Mission. Well, I'm on a mission because I've seen it work over and over and over. Quickly. Guys, 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months of commitment. In 90 days, you feel like a different person. Suddenly, you are better at boundary work. I wonder why. Because your microbes are on.
But now so Bronwen, who's kind of promoting this? Would homeopaths be involved in stuff like it? Naturopaths, or I mean, you know what I mean? You're on a mission with it. Like, how's it getting
Trying to build
spread out there?
collective.
I've seen it, people doing it in the States and stuff, overseas.
The practitioners will talk about it to their patients, but again, we're doing 1-1-1.
Yeah.
I think we need to set it on fire.
Yeah, it needs to become, but maybe through social media.
Well,
That's one aspect.
I started the Gut Health Association of South Africa 2
Okay.
years ago. We're still really small, but we're an association.
But it's a start.
We're an NPO,
That's a big deal.
and the goal is to join voices.
Okay.
If the homeopaths and the naturopaths if we all come together and we put our voices into one voice, and we start to speak up, we become a voice. And what do we use that voice to do? To educate.
Yeah.
Hey guys, and how do we do it? We do it through social media. So all of us putting our little bit of money into joining one big group means we start to create a fund, and that fund means we can go to a professional in the social media space and say, this is a really important message, can you help us get it out there?
Yeah.
And now we start to trend, and we start to help people identify foods that are gut friendly. We've got this really cool little gut friendly logo. But do we have to jump through hoops to get it approved by the Department of Health so we can put it in our product? Because we're making a health claim.
And is it huge?
I need help. I need help. I don't know
It's
if
not that
GPT
simple.
can help me with this one.
It's not that simple. Yeah.
But it's important because people don't have to be sick.
It could be taught in schools.
It should be taught.
It should be, but can you imagine trying to change our flipping school system to bring that in?
I think people are turning.
Yeah.
Those who want to know will be here. When they want to find us, they'll come find us. We will be here. We're growing. We don't want to screw anybody over. And I could definitely get up on my high horse and have a big rant and rave about the pharmaceutical industry. I want to choose to believe that they're not all fuckers.
Fucking useless.
Sorry. I want to believe that they're not all bad.
Yeah.
I want to believe that a lot of them just have a dead microbiome and are unconscious because they didn't know that these things do those things.
But perhaps, Bronwen, you know what just got me thinking is certain schools might be interesting, kind of private schools, a little bit more eco-friendly or whatever, doing talks for their kids or whatever the case. We had a lady here from, there's a place called there's a place called Eco Kids here in Benoni, this whole eco kind of school.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking someone like that, it could be interesting. You know, it's slow, but you do one little, like you say, you're speaking to people, you're educating them.
So I have found after 2 years of getting chronic burnout in about September that I actually can't do the 1-1.
What do you mean 1-1?
I can't do one nursery school. I can't do one nursery school anymore because it's not making enough difference. I need to do 100 nursery schools.
Yeah.
I need to do 100 homeopaths. I need to do 1,000 mothers at the same time.
But how do you do that?
You pray, you visualize, you ask, you speak, you believe. You keep sowing the seed and believe that the doors will open for you when your audience is ready to receive it.
Yeah.
Okay? And you walk your talk. You walk your talk. And you believe. We are not supposed to be sick. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, when I leave here, I'm going to do a consult with sisters. Okay, the 15-year-old's just been diagnosed with depression. And his sister has PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian cysts. Okay.
Oh, it's cysts on the ovaries, yeah.
And they want to put her on antidepressants. And I was like, please, can I just speak to her? Just please, can I speak to her and explain to her the story that I've just told you now? So she can choose. She can choose. Because if she goes down the antidepressant road, the effects on her gut microbiome, it's already not well. It's now going to be broken. Okay, what does it look like? Probably PCOS or endometriosis. Or maybe she doesn't get all the inflammatory bowel area diseases. Maybe she gets the bipolar. I don't know. Maybe she's on bipolar meds and psychiatric meds and mood stabilizers and sleeping pills for the rest of her life. Because if you start treating the peripherals, it's a much bigger circle to cover in terms of what you think it might be. But when you bring it down to the core, it's sort of this big. And maybe keeper's not for everybody. But here in the space, let us preserve the microbiome. Let us eat healthy foods. Let us eat as many veggies and fruits as we can. Let's think about the water we drink. Sleep. These are
All these important factors. Yeah.
The circle.
Yeah.
And let's teach the kids. I want to have, as Gut Health Association grows and we have money, please, Lord, let the money come soon. We want to set up kitchens teaching fermentation. Okay? In the townships and in the schools. Let's grow the cabbage. Let's turn the cabbage into fermentation. Let's see if we can create a fermented acha or a fermented...
Chili sauce.
So is the fermentation the important part in that process?
It's the bugs. It's the microbes.
Yeah.
It is the microbes.
Okay, that's all it boils down to, fermentation.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What's
Yeah.
the kombucha?
Kombucha's got a few probiotic strains, but a lot of enzymes. It's got the acetic acid.
Yes. Okay.
So kombucha is really, really good as a digestive aid. You could do it in the morning instead of apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, the benefits are in that acetic acids and
Yes.
some of the probiotics.
Okay.
Kombucha's there. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to do don't be excessive.
Yeah.
Don't be excessive. Water it down. You know, our kefir's quite sweet because we were trying to reach a profile of people who are addicted to sugary things. So the kefir eats the sugar in the water kefirs. So it's a low sugar and the sugar's being converted by the probiotics. So it's not just a simple sucrose anymore kind of thing. But I mix mine with some sparkling water or some water. Water it down. I don't need... Yeah. And be aware. Be aware, people, serious, like warning. If you've got a really unbalanced gut and you pick up one of these guys and you're like, this is amazing, I love it, and you hit a liter or two, you're going to have the most explosive shit of your life. It's going to clean you out because the microbes are rebalancing. You want to usually bring it in slow and progress until you can drink a glass if you want to. But what you might find in the first week or two is you don't feel too good because now you're rebalancing. Where there's too many of the bad guys, the new guys are going to say, hey, come now. You can't, there's so many of you guys.
So it's kind of a process. You can't just hit it in one day. You need to slowly introduce it.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Yeah. Don't lose your furry friend.
I'm not sure how my...
So Bronwen, show us what are these bottles?
Okay, so-
yeah, show us what's going on here. What's going on here? What is
I
this? What
did.
is this, Bronwen? What is this?
So,
I can't see it. My eyes don't work.
I've got my contacts in. Ha.
Fancy.
Otherwise, the light just reflects off the glasses and I look kind of some weirdo.
Okay, what is that one?
This is an Immune Me, so it's a Probi shot. Okay.
Probi shot, in other words, probiotic shot.
Probiotic shot. And I've taken echinacea and ginger and lemon for their healing benefits. Yeah. And this is like a botanical blend. So the bottle is quite hard. It's fermented. Please, with all these products, you want to open them over a glass. I take no responsibility for any explosions.
Because there might be gas inside there.
There is gas, guaranteed.
So it's better to have them cold as well.
Always colder the better.
Why is that?
Probiotics will continue to grow.
So would you keep that in your fridge?
Always.
Always, okay. No, I'm just...
If you travel to a party...
For our viewers.
If you're traveling to a party...
Put in your icebox.
Put in your icebox. Okay,
I've just seen it when it's cold. It doesn't seem to explode as much.
Yeah. Also, the wider the opening of the bottle, so you'll see the 1 liters don't explode as much as the small ones. Okay. But we don't have wide bottles that allow for fermented carbonated products.
Now, why would someone take it to a party? At a party, people don't like to take healthy things, Bronwen. Tell us.
Sure, I see.
I'm not talking about smoking weed, Russell.
No. I see a lot of people are looking for healthier options.
No, I'm just
we don't
curious.
really need to drink another Coca-Cola.
So what would that do for them? No.
Alcohol's killing your
Bronwen, what will that do for them?
It's gonna this one specifically.
Yeah, what will that? I'm just curious. So people
well, this is
know.
an immune booster. If you've been rolling around in the wet grass at the party, yeah, this is your friend.
Okay.
It's an Immune Me, so it's an immune booster.
What is the name of your brand, Bronwen?
My brand is Numi SA.
N-U-M-E.
N-U-M-E, yeah. Numi. You'll recognize us by the super
SA,
colorful
South
heart.
Africa.
I'll put it up.
Yeah, cool.
We're going to put it on the thing anyway. There's that one.
Okay, so this one
Okay, well,
is
this
for
one I'll fix with the
indigestion. Or the morning at the party. You know when you wake up in the morning, you're like, yes, bro, I definitely drank too much last night. I'm
Oh,
not feeling
immune
so
me.
good.
Okay. I love
tummy is
I love the name.
settle that.
I love the name. This name is going to go.
And
It's going to go places.
Tummy. This is for the tummy
Oh,
and
tummy.
indigestion.
But I like the name New Me.
Numi.
I think it
Thank
looks
you.
good.
Thank you.
Like it's kind of
We're building
it's
a
simple.
Numi. And there,
It's
I know
simple,
you
a
can't
new
see
me.
it, but there's the gut-friendly logo. On the little black blob on the top right.
I'll have to see when I got my eyes in because his eyes have they've gotten a bit old.
They do.
But
I
it's
wear
okay.
glasses all the time now. My multifocals are the bomb.
Okay, so this is Immune Me. That's New Me.
This is tummy
Oh no, not tummy. Sorry,
for
New Me.
indigestion.
Tummy. Oh, tummy.
When you're feeling a bit cuck in the
Yeah.
morning, or if you've eaten something a bit dodge,
Yeah.
that's your friend.
I'm going to try this with Tash. My wife has endless flipping tummy little bits and pieces. I want her to try this out.
Okay.
Yeah. Like odds and ends,
Maybe
you
I
know.
can do like an assessment with her sometime and see if
That,
we can
yeah,
just balance
that
her.
could be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, she's at the coast at the moment, but when she's back, we'll make an arrangement.
Fully.
And what else have we got, Jack?
Okay, so then we got a water kefir, a ginger water kefir, and a kombucha. So those are your digestive enzymes. More
We've had
in
these
there.
at the festivals.
Of course you
Yeah,
have.
we
And
met.
you've
Remember
seen
we
people
met you.
drinking them.
Yes.
We met
And
you at the
mixing them
Down
with
Temple.
the tequila
Oh,
or
I
their
haven't seen
wine.
that. That's cool.
Alcohol does kill bacteria.
Bacteria,
So let me
yeah.
at least counterbalance the stupid I'm doing, and then I won't feel so shit tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm
They're
half healthy.
really yummy.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's the ginger water kefir, and this is a kombucha.
Okay, because I remember when we were at the Down Temple party and we met you there. Do you remember?
Yeah, I was watching the
Yeah.
video today.
Did you?
It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, and then I still remember we had some little shooters there. They were like, was it spirulina or something, or I don't know. They were like healthy shots.
Healthy shots. Yeah. we do
Yeah,
health
no, it
shots.
wasn't spirulina. It was something else. I don't know. I can't remember.
So imagine going to the bar, okay, and having the option to firstly buy drinks like this, but to actually have healthy shots.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine recently stopped drinking after 35 years of being an alcoholic. And we go to the bar and he doesn't drink anymore. He's got a choice of Coca-Cola, Sprite, soda water. That's it.
Yeah, boring.
He can't have shots with us.
Yeah.
Maybe one day he's just feeling a little bit down. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm going to drink that tequila. And he's back.
That's the
drinking.
problem.
But what about if at the bar there's something for him that he can drink? Okay. So one of the other brands I work with is Sonda Sips, which is sober.
Sonda
Let's
Sips.
do
That's what you
At
gave
Down Temple,
us.
we probably did Sonda Sips.
Yes, Sonda Sips.
Sonda Sips is sober. And there we have obviously all the healthy beverages, but we do cordials. And we do cordials with microdosing. If people want to microdose, we want to have a Scaletium available. We've currently got a San Pedro. The conscious partying.
Conscious partying.
Let's
very cool.
party consciously.
Yeah.
I want to get up tomorrow morning and go, and I'm not 25.
And
guys.
you don't want to be broken tomorrow.
No, I'm 50. I'm
Yeah.
turning 54 next month. My body tells me, hey, that was way too rough.
No, for sure.
So this is how we
You
do
become
it.
a little bit more wiser. A little bit wiser.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Did you see that one? So this one is
a milky
the milk
one.
related one. So
this
so
is-
it doesn't always have to be in this format. It can be in water.
We've got different
like the
cultures.
water-based one as
yeah,
well.
we've got
Okay.
different cultures. I do a milk. I do a goat milk. I do a coconut milk.
Oh, cool.
And I do the waters and the kombuchas.
Where can people find these things, Bronwen? Are they in health shops or have you
We
got
are
any?
in
are you
your
distributing
area.
a
We are
bit?
literally in your local health shop,
The one up the road at
Natural
the
Health Centre.
Are you in there? There by the Northmead Square?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've
Okay,
been there
no.
for years. A couple of spas. Retail doesn't understand fermentation. The concept of keeping product cold does not exist in there. And we're not selling 5,000 units, so
Yeah, they're not interested
we don't
in
need
that.
you.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Online, we've got an online store.
But how would it come to you online if it's got to stay cold?
We wrap it up.
Oh, do
We
you?
put ice packs in
Oh,
there.
really?
and
Actually?
we get it to you really quickly. But when
Okay.
you get it here, put it straight in the fridge. Do
No,
not
interesting.
Open
I'm just it's curious, you know.
it. Do not open it.
Yeah.
We've got an agent network where if people have got networks of people that they sell to, we've created a small business model where they can potentially make some extra cash, learn about gut health, and get products to their network. So that's another model we're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah, just to get it out there. I mean, that's what you're really after.
And when you keep hearing the stories, people come back and they're like, wow, this happened to me. Or my best is the smile emoji poo. Poo emoji.
Is that your feedback?
What do you mean, smile emoji poo?
That means that constipation is sorted out. Okay, so many women are constipated because women have
smile,
smiley face.
and then emoji poo poo.
Yeah. Which just means my tummy's working.
I didn't realize that. Did you know that?
No, but not for you, maybe, but for me.
No, but I mean, I didn't realize.
My client is giving me feedback.
No, what I'm saying is, I didn't realize that was like
a conversation.
I can send to Russell.
Why would you be telling Russell you're having a good shit?
I don't know. Why would you be telling anyone you're having a good shit?
Because I'm working with people who are not having a good shit. You know, women are funny things. They don't poo in public toilets for some reason, and then they have severe constipation, and it starts when they are little girls already.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We do. We do. The more full of shit they are, the less they poo.
Okay.
Guaranteed. And the more inflamed you become.
Yes.
No, it's unhealthy, man. We're not designed to flip and hold it in.
You hold it in long enough, it disappears, maybe.
No. I'm going to put that on Mythbusters.
I don't think so, Russell.
Guts Healthy say Mythbusters. Can you keep your shit in until it goes away? No.
It doesn't work that way.
No. You've got to get it out.
I think I watched the TikTok recently where they said that 90% of whatever is coming out of you is just bacteria and bacteria waste. It's not the food, generally the food that you eat.
It's been broken down.
The food's been absorbed into your system, a lot of it.
Yeah. Should have been.
Depending on what you're eating.
And also, depending on how your detox pathways are working. So for a lot of people, by the time we get to 40s, our detox pathways are blocked. Our kidneys are no longer flushing. Our liver is backed up. That's why we're seeing so much type 2 diabetes. And type 2 diabetes and obesity go hand in hand. And what we see with the type 2 diabetes is that it's a really horrible way to die. It's a really, really horrible way to die.
Tell me why. I mean, just to know.
Your body just...
Does it just shut down or what? Is it?
It can't. Yeah. So what happens is, and you often diagnose type 2 diabetes with that big roll of... Around the belly, that thing that starts to come. So what happens is the body is trying to stash the toxins. It's like, I need to put this down. This stuff is bad for me. I can't cope. So now think about it. If it's leaking through the guts, traveling around the body's trying to stash it. Your lymphatic system is no longer flowing so your lymphatic system is linked very much to your fascia, which is a whole other conversation. You should get some experts in on that in terms of how the fascia and the lymph speak to spirit and speak to body and frequency.
I didn't realize that.
It is
I didn't know that was a thing.
Look for an expert, but I'm not the expert. But if your lymphatic system becomes congested, which it will do if your body's acidic.
Yeah, it's getting too much toxins and...
Now the toxins can't get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to adjust the pH. You can do my Kefir and things and you'll adjust the pH a bit and you'll get some balance, but you're not going to get deep cellular healing. Deep cellular healing is a whole nother level.
Or lymph drainage, perhaps?
Well...
Could help. I don't know, I'm just asking.
If you are very toxic and you start draining lymph and your detox pathways are not cleaned...
Is that another problem?
You've got a whole other
Maybe you're
problem.
going to be doubly toxified.
What you need to do is get Helene from Anuthan on your podcast. She is the fruit...
Well, you must send her,
I'm going
send
to.
her
She's
details
the
to
fruit
me.
fast lady, and she teaches people how to use a fruit cleanse to get that lymphatic system working again. That's her passion.
Sure.
She's very cool.
That sounds very cool.
She's very, very cool.
Is she Joburg based?
She's here for the next 3 weeks, and then she's jetting off around the country.
Well, maybe we've got to get her in sooner than later.
Yes, I will ask her.
Yeah.
She's actually doing a TV program with guys who do hunting. And she's going on as the non-meat eater.
Oh, interesting.
And she's a fruit.
A fruitarian.
So what is her purpose?
You met her. She was at the party on Saturday. She was the very cool chick with the Beautiful light-colored red hair with the shaved side.
I think I did meet her.
Helene.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
On the dance floor, I met her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had a good dance.
You don't lie, Russell. You don't remember anyone from that night.
Well, it's all blended together.
It was beautiful.
One great...
Beautiful event. It was all the
I'm
music
just
that
giving
made us
Russ
happy.
shit, don't worry.
Yeah. And
We do a little bit of
that.
that.
Crazy.
That was spectacular.
That party was insanity. And I'm so glad we went because, we organised it. But you were there.
Please, can you
I
make
didn't know you were going to
Can
be
you make
there.
sure I'm on your database? Because I only found out about it like 2 days before,
Oh,
and
did
I
you?
would have missed it.
Who did
It
you
would
get?
have been
Who?
Helene got it from Haley.
Okay.
Haley got it from.
It was kind of a down. Yeah, the word spread like. You know what was so funny? We like pulled that thing together, and I still spoke to Lawrence. And I was like, maybe we must get at least 30 people in here. Otherwise, it's going to be like
many of us
like
were
pretty
there?
useless, And he's like, no. You normally only get like a 10% hit rate. And I was like, well, then we've got to get a lot of people, because I ain't getting, 10 people or whatever flipping. And I was like, no. So, and then next thing it was like one person's, I'm bringing 10 plus 10 plus what? Actually just flipping, inviting all their Chinas. But it worked out so lekker.
It was very nice.
It really was a nice experience.
Very nice.
Yeah. It was pretty perfect. So Bronwen, Russell is going to put all your info. You must send your info to me, or I can give you Russell's number, but you can send it to me, and I'll forward it to him. And then he'll just roll through it. And what we can do, Russell, is if you've got like some brushes of your product, we can like roll it through the podcast. While you're talking about it.
I'm sure you have websites and
Yeah.
social
Yeah, no,
media
we've got
things.
websites, social media pages.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to
because
see
each
the
brand
product.
has got its own page.
Name a few of them. So it's New
So we've got newmesa.co.za. We've got Gut Bar. So what Gut Bar does is it offers not just kefir and kombucha. It's kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, bone broth, but from lots of local producers.
So that's a
over the
product.
years-
That's like a...
Over the years, I found the different guys, because if you're healing a leaky gut, your next step after kefir would be the kimchi and the sauerkraut, but you'd bring in the bone broth because you need to heal that lining. You've got to reduce the inflammation. So it's a process and a protocol. It's not a one size fits all. So that's Gut Bar. Then we've got Gut Health SA, which is the Gut Health Association's web page. And on social media, it's Gut Health SA and Numi SA.
Okay.
Instagram, I think we've only got the Numi SA. We haven't got the Gut Health SA yet.
Okay.
And just to put our voices together, let's make a difference. Let's start saying that actually you can't keep feeding our kids kibble.
Yeah, that's what cereals are. Yeah.
The flippin'
kibble.
cereals are such shite.
Pellet food. It's like for farm animals.
Sprayed with pretty colors.
Yeah, and lots of
Ooh.
sugar.
And then we send them to school, and then we give them drugs to dumb them back down because they can't focus.
Yeah, because they're bouncing
That's-
all over the place.
Wow.
Isn't that like a vicious cycle of craziness?
It doesn't make any sense
No.
to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. So can I share one more thing with you,
Yeah.
which is a fascinating thing, and I think Russell would enjoy it because I've watched him like ka-bong, as his brain's going off on this gut health stuff.
He's loving it.
When a mommy is pregnant, this is how amazing creation is. Okay, when a mommy is pregnant, as she starts to prepare to give birth, her pH in her birth canal starts to shift, and her bacteria shift, and she then has a lot more lactobacillus bacteria, which are there to help break down the milk. Okay, so her whole vaginal microbiome shifts to prepare for the birth. When baby's born, everything about baby is covered. Nose, ears, eyes, mouth. Microbiome is seeded. This is in the ideal world. Okay. Now baby's got the microbes on the skin, because the microbes on the skin are what keep us from getting infections and being attacked by things. Microbes in the nose prevent sinus infections. We even have microbes in the eyes, the ears. Like, we have microbes everywhere. They really are our helpers. So now mommy has baby and she starts breastfeeding. And in mommy's milk is a prebiotic fiber that only exists in breast milk. Only in breast milk. To feed those newly installed microbes, to call the tight junctions in the gut, to close and become ready. It's designed perfectly.
That is crazy.
But now we pull baby out of the tummy.
I was a Caesar.
Okay.
I didn't get that.
Well, a lot of my clients, when I do the history, not all, there are C-section children that weren't sick as children.
Yeah, I wasn't sick. So it can happen,
we
yeah.
grew up old school when yogurt still had cultures.
Yeah. Milk was still
picked things off the floor and we licked it and
milk
you
was
stuck it in
brought
your-
by the flipping in the bottles there, you know, back in the day.
Correct.
Different. It was a bit different.
And our food wasn't
Yeah.
poisoned to the degree.
Yeah, and there weren't takeaways and all that nonsense to the same extent.
If you watch any of Zach Bush's stuff, especially the stuff where he unpacks about the glyphosate and the history of the farming, and he shows you the statistics, it's clear as day. Here is where we started bringing in the genetic modification. Here is where we started spraying the glyphosate. Somewhere in the 70s is where they started playing with these things. In the 80s, and then you see the incidents, and then you see the incidents to where we are now. In the States, the number of children with autism has skyrocketed.
I saw that. It's ridiculous.
That is the food.
Yeah.
It's the food.
Yeah.
It's the food, guys. It's the food. It's the food. Why? Why do I have a Guts Health Association? Because I need to get 50 people to go stand with me where they make kibble and say, hey, guys, come on. Please, let's not feed our children poison anymore.
The thing is, it's all about profit.
For them, it's just about money.
But
And
then
the
maybe
advertising
we get
is
the
geared to
school
the
to
kids.
turn around and say, okay, well, we don't serve kibble here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But you know what? You're slowly chipping away at it. But the more educated people become, the better it is. That's the bottom line. And it doesn't take one day. It takes a generation, etc.
Correct.
Or more.
So my business, my Numisa business is a generation business. It's a legacy business.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned earlier on my daughter's coming in to take over
It's very cool.
in the next year or so. And the business was started because of her gut issue.
Okay.
And in our business, we've got a mother and daughter. So Happy has been with me for 9 years, and I got to know her through a lady who helped me realize that I had heavy metal poisoning. Remember I said I was quite sick. I'd got really bad heavy metal poisoning from dental work.
Oh, okay.
And I got very sick. And I met Happy and Tembi through Pam, who started me on my awareness journey. And they work with me. Tembi runs my sales, and Happy runs my production. And they are also very much part of the business. This is a legacy business that is about moms really reaching out to other moms, because the moms listen. I'm impressed that you guys are listening. You guys are, I'm like very impressed, okay? But I don't.
Thank you.
My clientele is 85% female.
But also, those are the people that you really want to get to, because they're feeding their kids more than the fathers at the end of the day.
Well, they're feeding the fathers, but the fathers are flipping stubborn.
But they're feeding the kids, and you know, if the kids are getting the right thing, it will continue. Often those habits that our mothers bring to us when we're growing up, they carry on through our lives, and then we do that for our children at the same time. So the fact that it's 85% is females, it doesn't surprise me, and it's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
Where it's a bad thing is that when it comes to a sick child needing a medical intervention, the fathers are always going to push the medical.
The doctor.
And the medical, in many cases, is causing more damage than good, because they're not taking a holistic approach. The mother's going to go with intuition and nurturing and healing. But the father usually has the final say. And therefore, we see a lot of medical interventions where we could have fixed it in a far more gentle way not happening, because the dads haven't woken up. Now, we can't get the dads to eat the ferments. When the dads eat the ferments, they too will become conscious. Yeah. It's the same online.
But you know,
put them online, and then they get it.
But you know, Bronwen, I just want to go back to, so my mom, she's been my whole life, we weren't eating bean sprouts and this and that and stuff.
That's
we
why
hated.
You weren't sick
no,
as
when
a
we were
C-section
kids.
kid.
Yeah, so like our whole lives, and she's big into the kefir, etc. Makes her own, etc. at home. And when I look at the way my brother and I have been brought up, we don't just go to doctors. I don't go to doctors. It's not my way. I'll go rather more the natural route. So you learn from your mother.
Definitely.
That's a big thing.
And the moms are preparing the foods.
Yeah. Bronwen, it's been lovely chatting.
It's been real.
Give us a cheers.
That was so much fun. I drank all my water.
But it doesn't matter. We'll pretend there's water. Cheers.
didn't come from the
Let's
tap
have some
either.
kombucha.
Yes. Bring your glass though,
And
because it
let's
can be
quickly, you haven't turned it
explosive.
off yet, Russ. Let's
it's
quickly
on.
have some kombucha.
Okay, it can be explosive, so I'm going to show you how to open your kefir carefully.
Okay, this is an instruction by a professional. Do
This
this
is
at
a-
home, but with caution.
Ginger water kefir. Okay, so if you feel the bottle, can you feel the pressure on that bottle now?
Do we need a
Jeepers.
towel or something?
I'm gonna
Use your beanie, Russell.
I'm gonna trust that we can pull it off only because I've got a lot of experience. But
okay.
don't try this in the
Don't just try
wild.
this at home, but
We-
try it at home, but not
We
over
actually
a carpet.
yes, not in your car, and
while
we're
you're
gonna run a
driving.
competition.
Not while
Okay,
you're driving.
to see, I've got photographs of Wendy opening it with her mouth over the bottle at a party, walking like because you don't want to waste it.
Okay, let's see,
But-
Bronwen.
Okay, so you would
Do you want me to hold it? Let me hold
No.
it.
No.
You got it.
Russell, we're talking about an
God,
expert
dude.
here, Russell.
if you hold it, it could go south.
I see this.
Actually, that is a good way to.
What's really cool for people who
Check
forget
it out.
to put the lid back on their fizzy cold
But
drinks.
that's a kombucha hack.
That's a good hack you got there.
Okay. If you forget to put your lid on your cold drink, it will regas itself. It's pretty cool.
So, by the way, she's opening the lid over
I'm trying
the glass.
The glass. I'm going to do
Yeah.
number 3 here from the side.
It's fuzzy, eh? Cheapers, it's flippin'
And it's
fuzzy.
self-carbonated. Hey, we do not carbonate. We put this has now been out the fridge, so it's extra carbonated. But as we bottle, and then we leave them out the fridge, and we wait to
I see
feel
there are
the,
some particles floating around in it.
those are good
normal,
things.
that's normal.
We also use a fresh ginger.
Okay.
We use fresh ingredients in everything, or should I say real ingredients?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's a cheers.
Cheers. That's a
Cheers, guys, to
That's
good
it,
health.
cheers.
To gut health.
To gut health.
Cheers.
Not
Cheers.
just good health, but gut health.
Gut health.
They're so good.
It's yummy.
And I love ginger beer.
But
It's like a
But what now?
so if you're healthy and you smell it, you're not going to be freaked
Now,
out. But
Bronwen-
if you're unhealthy and you smell it,
yeah.
you're going to do this.
Which one is this? Oh, this is the water kefir, but you've flavored it with something because it tastes flippin' nice.
Ginger.
Is it just ginger?
And the sweetness, it's
That's sugar.
Is it just sugar?
You're feeding sugar to the cultures are eating the sugar, and in the milk the lactose is eaten
It's
out by the
flippin'
cultures.
nice.
Just, yeah.
It's very nice, Bronwen.
Wouldn't you drink this at a party rather than another
Flip, I'll
Red
drink
Bull?
it anyway.
bro?
Yeah,
Not that I drink a Red Bull, but
but
there
this
are
is
times
very
when
healthy.
They're important.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
very tasty. Cheers, people. Like and subscribe now,
Yep.
immediately. Bronwen, that's actually very tasty.